Bowers Intelligent Transportation moves over 6,000 people to and from work every day in luxury and style. Bowers state-of-the-art luxury coaches are fully equipped with leatherette seating, Wi-Fi, DirecTV, Corian tables, power outlets for your phone or laptop, and even a bathroom. Each Bowers coach removes as many as 52 cars and 2 million pounds of carbon monoxide per year. Commute to and from work for as low as $13 a day. Call Bowers Intelligent Transportation today at 800-546-6688 or online at bowersit.com.
Hey guys, I'm Will Durst.
And I'm Willie Brown.
And I'm Paul Wells. It's the Will and Willie Show from the San Francisco Travel Association, brought to you by Bowers Intelligent Transportation. And we're going to switch into national politics right now.
You know, I like the term Bowers Intelligent Transportation.
Intelligent Transportation.
You know why he's got it that way? Because he really runs an operation that's dramatically different from normal bus services. Mm-hmm. He is actually Google's bus service. And from all over the Bay Area, where Google employees live, mm-hmm. you see that black decorated Bauer bus. It picks people up. It's, as you call it in the world of electronics, it's wired. You can literally,
really?
Yes,
on the bus.
On the bus, you can do all of your work on the bus.
Do they have one of those TVs? They got CNN on it.
Some of the buses actually have great cappuccinos. And fresh squeezed orange juice.
There's a reason to ride.
Bauer really runs.
I also like
runs an operation.
I like the anagram, which is Bowers Intelligent Transportation, BIT.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
BIT. It's perfect for Google.
Right, and they're bowersit.com to give the website. So now,
and you know how I've known this guy? I've known him since he's 18 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Uh-huh. He was a real entrepreneur. Started everything that he has. He started himself. And I think it's because he couldn't get a job.
Speaking of getting a job, there seems to be a lot of Republican candidates out right now. And who knew Sarah Palin could look so sane by contracts?
Yeah, Michelle Bachmann is the candidate for those who find Sarah Palin too intellectually challenging.
Can you imagine, though, how quickly you can peak? Michelle has peaked, in my opinion.
The cover of Newsweek, yeah.
Overexposure gets you. Believe me, you want to keep mystery about yourself in the world of politics. She made the mistake of coming out too soon. They now know that she has some serious headaches that sometimes disable her, and that shot on the cover of Newsweek clearly makes her look like she's been hanging out with me with vodka too long. It was, and I don't know if Newsweek did that. How do you get that kind of photograph of somebody and stick it on?
It was part of the photo shoot, supposedly. I didn't see this, but you saw the cover of Newsweek. She looks. It almost looks like the poster for the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin. Remember the shot of Steve Carell, and he's looking up and kind of messianic and confused and naive. Well, she embodied all those looks in the cover. And if you talk to the people, they released a lot of shots from the photo shoot, and it wasn't just that one that they picked where she had an odd look in her eye. So it wasn't like cherry picked out of a bunch of normal shots. There were a lot of those odd looking shots.
And you know, the news organizations can really do that to you. However, many of the other Republican candidates, I think, have also peaked. Pawlenty, for an example, knew he had peaked, and he got out of Dodge.
He had
instantly.
problems. He had problems with that.
Major
campaign.
problems.
Yeah.
And you have no clue yet whether or not this is the only group of Republicans we're going to have.
Exactly.
There still may be one or two.
I still think Sarah Palin's going to jump in.
Oh, there's no reason why she shouldn't.
Well, she was waiting for Michelle Bachmann to
cater.
Yes, and I think that's what happened.
And she is a money machine. She clearly understands that the minute she says, I'm running, a number of the endorsement opportunities she's currently enjoying totally and completely shift because they're not going to be given equal time, et cetera, et cetera. So she's going to string it out for as long as it is humanly possible. And I would guess, Will, that her decision to ultimately run will be based upon whether or not it's still as fluid. If Perry begins to crystallize, as he seems to be doing,
I can't see it happen. I can't see it happening.
You can't see him?
For one thing, he's made too many mistakes, and I know this happens when a candidate moves from, a small jurisdiction, a small constituency like governor or congressman, and then they move into the national profile. Everything they say, starts to, and they don't understand that, and it takes them a while to figure that out, which is, the Bernanke is a traitor thing, and he said all this stuff, and I realize he'll come back to the pack and, vanilla it up a little bit, but I don't see America falling in love, at least in the general, maybe in the primary, but America falling in love with another governor from Texas who sounds exactly like Bush. He sounds exactly like him.
What?
And the Bush family doesn't like him.
No, the Republicans in Texas do not like him. He won because he was able to get the independents and the racial minorities to be for him in that race when that woman was trying to take him out. The candidate,
I can't
remember. Kay Bailey Hutchison.
Oh, that's right, in the primary.
In the primary, trying to take him out. He was able to cobble together a sufficient number of folk to give her a good old-fashioned Texas whipping. And you got to worry that he might be able to do that nationally. Although it is dramatically different, as you say, for any politician to suddenly be covered 24/7. If you're covered 24/7, you're not going to look as good as when you're covered only 2 hours a day and at your best, when you've been well briefed, but when they catch you doing anything that appears to be newsworthy or not negative or positive, they drop it on you. That's 24 hours a day. And that's what he has never been exposed to.
Well, I mean, you think about the Texas legislature, and they meet once every 2 years for, 144 days or something? And a lot of people in Texas say it should be once every 144 years for 2 days. So
you're really on my Texas roots case. I mean, I'm not going to let you get away.
I'm not a big fan of Rick Perry, the man who wants to secede.
Not only that, I think he's going to have a little bit of trouble with his commitment to prayer. He is really into being, it's almost like the God sent him. And he may very well end up saying
he said God told him to run.
Yeah, well, now you got the problem that woman in Connecticut had. You remember when?
I'm not a
Delaware.
witch. Yeah,
I'm not a witch. Mm-hmm. You recall that? Well, he may have to begin to explain
I'm
sure. Yeah,
because
but I know him.
He held a prayer meeting to pray for rain because Texas is going through the drought.
Yep.
Well, it didn't work. So he may be talking to God, but God doesn't seem to be listening to him.
But you got to know, Will, that people are going back in his entire history, finding everything he ever said, wherever he ever said it, in expression, and they are going to. If it's crazy, you will see it. There will be a string of those that he will have to explain, he'll have to react to, and he's not going to be able to control the agenda. He's going to have to react to the agenda. And when you begin to react to the agenda, you sometimes come apart. That's why Sarah Palin was so attractive for people, because her reacting to the agenda was initially funny. It was, you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig, and all those kinds of things. People love those homilies. Mm-hmm. But they also would like to have you explain what are you going to do about Syria. They'd like to have you explain what are you going to do about the debt ceiling, and all those things within the context. He's not going to be able to do that. So, and unless he is able to do that, he can forget the general election. Now, on the other hand, my guess is that the cat named Obama, who's on his way up to Martha's Vineyard for a vacation, is trying to figure out how he can make sure
that
Rick Perry is the nominee.
Yeah, but remember, Democrats did this once before. 1980, they were very excited to run against a gentleman named Ronald Wilson Reagan.
And he got him.
And he got him.
And he got him. He got Jimmy Carter. But again, we had a Southern governor. Southern governors have not done extremely well since Bill Clinton. You just don't. Southern governors, Bush, Clinton. It doesn't happen too easily. Rick Perry is marketing himself as the Southern governor that can carry the South for the Republicans.
But we're totally ignoring the major elephant in the building, and the one with all the cash, the green elephant, Mitt Romney, who is just sliding through. He's not making any noise. Now, it's way early in the process. He skipped the Iowa straw poll, which was won by Michelle Bachmann. Pawlenty came in third, which is, I don't understand why he quit. He came in third.
Well,
to Ron Paul.
Yeah, I think that he knew that he had gone as far as he could go. And if he didn't do well in a state that ought to be close to his, he was not going to do well anywhere. In addition, I don't think he wanted to be the Tea Party choice. And if you're going to be the alternative, you got to be the Tea Party's alternative. And Ron Paul is making a case as to why he has quit the world of politics in order to do this run.
But Romney has the money, and Romney can stay in it for as long as he wants. So,
but he's the most unexciting of all the candidates.
He's
dull.
Yeah, he looks like he's been dipped in a polyurethane bath. Yeah,
yeah. There's no substance to the man. At least, you couldn't see him doing anything outside of standing around a suit.
And otherwise, if you had Ken and Matt, you wouldn't be able to distinguish them.
the Ken doll and Mitt Romney.
No, he looks like the president that Hollywood always trots out during disaster movies, because he's got the perfect hair and the perfect cheekbones and the perfect teeth. Every time I see him, ladies and gentlemen of America, all efforts at thwarting the trajectory of the meteor have failed. Good night and good luck. We gotta go.
God bless. Yeah,
we gotta go.
We're done. We've done another great show.
Buddy.
Willie Brown.
We finished already?
I know. It just goes by like that. So any final thoughts on who do you think is going to be the Republican nominee?
I want to tell my favorite mayoral story. It was
the
year that Mayor Brown first won election. He was running against Frank Jordan and Roberta Achtenberg. And one thing they all had in common was they dated white women.
And on that note...
Sorry.
I want to thank our guest, Joe D'Alessandro of San Francisco Travel Association, and Supervisor Matt Gonzalez, and again, the people at San Francisco Travel and Bowers Intelligent Transportation for providing us this place to have our show again, and I hope we get together again soon.
We should.
Willie Brown, Will Durst, I'm Paul Wells. Thank you for listening and/or watching.